Have you ever felt like life's challenges knock you down more than they should? Well, get ready to flip the script and dive into the world of philosophy. In this video, we'll explore how ancient wisdom and modern thinking can help rewire your brain for resilience. Life is like a big old school where we're all students, learning and growing every day. Cool, right? Well, in this school, our main subject is figuring out who we really are deep down. It's kind of like finding your inner superhero or discovering your secret superpower. Okay, now let's talk about something called resilience. Think of resilience as your brain's super strength. It's what helps you bounce back when life throws curveballs at you. You know, like when your phone dies right before an important call, or when you spill coffee on your favorite shirt. Yeah, those moments suck, but resilience is what helps you keep going and not let them ruin your day. But wait, while we can't control everything that happens, we do have the power to decide how we react to it. This philosophy isn't about finding the ultimate answer to life's big questions. It's about embracing the journey and making the most of every twist and turn. Let's take a stroll through the wisdom of some great minds, starting with Siddhartha's insightful words. Ever been so fixated on a goal that you missed everything else around you? It's like searching for your keys while they're in your hand. Sometimes the real magic happens when we let go of the quest and open ourselves up to the wonders of the present moment. Life throws us curveballs, but we can turn them into home runs. Whether it's a stroke of luck or a stroke of misfortune, we can give it meaning and shape it into something valuable. It's all about perspective. Instead of criticizing the world, let's shower it with love and appreciation. After all, each of us is a unique masterpiece in the grand tapestry of existence. Now picture this. Most people are like falling leaves, drifting aimlessly in the wind, but a rare few are like stars, charting their own course with unwavering purpose. They don't let external forces dictate their path. They trust their inner compass to guide them. Here's a mind-bending thought. Each of us is a once-in-a-lifetime phenomenon. We're not just random blips on the cosmic radar. We're the intersection of countless cosmic forces. That's why every story, every journey is worth celebrating. Life is a balancing act between seriousness and silliness. Sure, there are things we need to take seriously, but let's not forget to laugh along the way. And here's a truth bomb. When we hate someone, we're really hating a part of ourselves. It's like holding onto a hot coal and expecting the other person to get burned. Instead of getting caught up in gossip or grudges, let's spread a little more love and kindness. It's the small acts of compassion that can change the world. And remember, the reality we perceive is just a reflection of our inner world. So let's cultivate inner peace and watch as our external reality transforms. Words can only capture a fraction of our thoughts and feelings. They're like snapshots of a moving picture, always slightly skewed. That's why sometimes silence speaks louder than words. Are you a seeker, constantly searching for answers? Take a cue from the universe and learn to listen to the whispers of your own soul. And sometimes strength isn't about holding on, it's about letting go. Suffering isn't a punishment, it's a crucible for transformation. It's through our darkest moments that we discover our true strength and resilience. And wisdom, it's not something we can teach, it's something we must live and breathe. Love isn't a fairy tale, it's a test of endurance. It's about finding beauty in the midst of chaos and strength in vulnerability. And those who dare to think for themselves often pave their own path, guided by their inner truth. Now picture yourself as both the sun and the moon, the sea and the land. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about understanding and appreciating the differences in others. Like, your bestie might love pizza while you're all about tacos, and that's totally cool. It's all about celebrating each other's uniqueness and learning from one another. Ever heard the saying, youth ends when egotism does? Well, it's kind of true. See, growing up isn't just about getting older. It's about shifting your focus from yourself to others. It's like leveling up in a video game. You start seeing the bigger picture and caring about more than just your own interests. Now, let's talk about finding joy in the little things. Forget about chasing after money or fancy stuff. Real happiness comes from things like listening to your favorite song, spending time with loved ones, or getting lost in a creative project. Trust me, those moments are worth way more than any shiny object. Trees are like nature's wise elders. They've been around for ages, weathering all sorts of storms and still standing tall. Ever noticed how a tree's rings tell a story? Each ring represents a year of growth, with scars and all. It's a reminder that even in tough times, there's beauty and strength to be found. Now here's a deep thought. Until you understand yourself, life kind of just happens to you. It's like being on autopilot, drifting through without really knowing why. But once you start digging deep and exploring your own thoughts and feelings, that's when you truly wake up to life's wonders. You ever notice how people sometimes go to great lengths to avoid really getting to know themselves? Yeah, it's like we're all playing hide and seek with our own souls. But guess what? True enlightenment isn't about chasing after shiny, happy figures of light. It's about shining a light on the dark and messy parts of ourselves. So here's a thought. Have you ever stopped to listen to the quiet whispers of your own mind? Like, seriously listened? It's kind of like taking a moment to check in with yourself and ask, hey, am I totally nuts? Because let's face it, we're all a little bit crazy in our own way, and you know what? That's totally okay. Embracing our madness is like flipping on a light switch in a dim room. Suddenly, everything starts to make a little more sense. Now let's talk about reason. You see, us humans, we're all about making rules and trying to impose order on the chaos of life. But here's what you should know. Life itself? Yeah, it doesn't play by any rules. It's like a wild, untamed beast, and trying to tame it with our punny little rules is like trying to lasso a tornado. Good luck with that. Ever notice how the things that bug us about other people can teach us a lot about ourselves? It's like holding up a mirror and seeing our own flaws reflected back at us. Pretty trippy, huh? But hey, recognizing our own darkness is the first step towards dealing with the darkness in others. It's like being handed a flashlight in a dark cave. Suddenly, the shadows don't seem so scary anymore. Now let's talk about loneliness. It's not just about being physically alone. It's about feeling like you can't connect with others or share your deepest thoughts and feelings. It's like being stranded on a deserted island in the middle of a crowded room. But hey, here's the thing, you're never truly alone as long as you can find someone who gets you, even if it's just one person in a sea of strangers. And speaking of strangers, ever notice how life is full of paradoxes? It's like a never-ending game of tug-of-war between sense and nonsense, light and darkness, happiness and sadness. But here's what you should know. It's not about picking sides. It's about embracing the messy, beautiful chaos of it all. You see, our feelings play a huge role in how we perceive the world around us. It's like having two guides on a journey, our intellect and our emotions. But here's what you should know. Relying solely on our intellect is like trying to solve a puzzle with only half the pieces. We've got to tap into our feelings too, because that's where the magic happens. About mistakes. Yeah, those things we try to avoid like the plague. But here's the twist. Mistakes aren't all bad. In fact, they're like stepping stones on the path to truth. When we mess up, we learn what doesn't work, which is still progress, right? So even if we don't have all the answers, knowing what something isn't can be a game changer.
Ever heard the saying, no tree can grow to heaven without roots reaching down to hell? Deep. It's like saying we can't reach our highest potential without facing our darkest moments. It's in those tough times that we find the strength to grow and thrive.
Okay, let's switch gears and talk about our minds. Our minds are like the ultimate artists, painting the world with color and sound. Everything we experience, from the sound of birds chirping to the taste of chocolate, is filtered through our minds. It's like wearing rose-colored glasses, but instead of just seeing things differently, we're experiencing a whole new reality. But here's what you should know. Our minds aren't always reliable. They can twist and turn things, sometimes even tricking us into believing stuff that ain't true. It's like living in a world of illusions where nothing is as it seems. Pretty trippy, right? Now let's address addiction. Whether it's booze, drugs, or chasing unrealistic dreams, addiction ain't cool. It's like getting stuck in a never-ending loop where the highs don't last and the lows just keep coming. The key is finding balance and learning to let go of what no longer serves us. All right, let's talk about something real here. Midlife crises. Yeah, that moment when you realize you're not as young as you used to be and start questioning everything. But here's the silver lining. It's a chance to ditch the ego and dig deeper into the meaning of life. It's like hitting the reset button and embarking on a quest for wisdom. Now let's circle back to wholeness. It's not about cutting off parts of ourselves. It's about embracing all the different pieces and fitting them together like a puzzle. It's about finding harmony in the chaos and becoming the best version of ourselves. And hey, speaking of chaos, did you know there's order hiding in all that madness? Yeah, it's like finding a hidden treasure in a sea of clutter. It's a reminder that even in our darkest moments, there's a flicker of light waiting to guide us home. Now let's get personal for a sec. Ever felt like you're on a different wavelength than everyone else? Like you see the world through a different lens? It's a lonely road, but it's also a chance to shine a light on the things that others might overlook 'em. It's like making peace with who we are, flaws and all. It's about embracing our humanity and recognizing that we're all a work in progress. And hey, speaking of acceptance, ever thought about loving yourself like you love others? It's a radical idea, but it's also a game changer. It's like finding the missing puzzle piece and finally feeling whole. All right, let's wrap this up with a nugget of wisdom. Happiness isn't about what we have. It's about what we do with what we have. It's about finding joy in the little things and living with purpose. So there you have it, a journey through the labyrinth of life, filled with twists, turns, and profound insights. Here's to embracing truth, finding balance, and living life to the fullest. Cheers to the adventure ahead.